What's up everyone, I'm back with another video and I'm trying not to pull a Corey X Kenshin and fucking take a random ass break for no reason, but hey, at least I'm here. But yeah, before I get started with today's video, I want to let you all know that we're really close to 300 subscribers, and apparently there's like 84% chance that you're not subscribed. Yes, you, I'm talking to you. So like, you know, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot, and I guess while you're down there, you know, you should also like my video. Go check out my socials, which I have my Twitch, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Discord server all linked down below for you to go check out. You can interact with me, all that stuff, and you know, it's free. It helps me out. It's pretty cool. But without further ado, let's actually get started with the video. Now, you did read the title correctly. Yes, I had a gay stalker. No, I'm not lying or exaggerating, and I mean, maybe I kinda am, but I mean, you'll see why I'm saying I kinda am. But anyways, way back when, like September last year, I moved from a completely different state over the summer because of, well, certain issues, you know, yeah, you get the fucking point. But anyways, you know, I was just chilling in my marketing class and I got put in this fuck ass group for a presentation and shit, and I was like, oh great, because I don't like being put in groups for presentations or whatever. I just hate that shit in general, but it's whatever, I guess, you know. But anyways, there were two other people, I guess, in my group. There was some random ass chick that I never fucking spoke to. It was just there, I guess. And this black dude who I didn't know was, I guess, as fruity as Carl Anthony Town. But, you know, anyways, at the end of class, this guy came up to me and asked for my Instagram. And I mean, at first I wasn't really thinking about it much because I was running off like 2 hours of sleep anyways. I always am, to be fair, but it's whatever, I guess. Later that day though, he hit me up, and at first it seemed normal till, I guess, this nigga decided to ask me, oh, by the way, are you gay or bi? Shut your fucking mouth! And at first I was just like, the fuck? I dead just stared at my phone, confused and shit, because I'm like, why the hell are you even asking me that out of nowhere? I mean, yeah, I'm not straight, I'm pansexual, and if you don't know what that means, I'm gonna leave it on screen for a little bit so you can read it and whatever, because I'm not really gonna go bother explaining it, whatever. I'm still like, damn, the fuck, why does that matter? And anyways, after I told him that, hey, I'm pansexual, he decided to start fucking hating on me. I'm like, mostly kind of like a little annoyed, but I was like, you know what, maybe I should be a little nice and maybe I'll give him a chance, because he wasn't that bad. And I guess that was probably the worst mistake. Oh, absolute fucking blunder. I blundered, bro. I blundered my queen with this fucking move. I ain't gonna lie. It was bad. So, like, after like a few days of talking and shit, he hung out at my house for a little bit, you know. And honestly, I'm not even gonna talk about it because it was like actually the biggest waste of like 2.5 hours I ever had in my life. It was actually so fucking boring, and I'm not really even gonna go into it because there's literally no point of going into it because it was just that uneventful. But it was, I guess, kind of important, but still, you get the point. But literally, yeah, after that hangout, I was starting to low-key just not like this nigga because he was so fucking dry at my house, and like he was super interested over text and like whenever I spoke to him. Oh my God. Just very often, but I still spoke to him sometimes. But even then, he seemed way more interested there instead of at my house, which was really weird. But I was like, okay, then whatever. And I found this really fucking annoying because I mean, shit, you literally asked to come to my house. He asked to come to my house. He asked me to put a fucking movie on. He had the audacity to eat my fucking food and use my fucking bathroom, but still couldn't even bother to hold a fucking basic conversation with me. Yeah, he was comfortable doing all that shit, and I was like, ew, you know, that kind of annoyed me, I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, you know what, maybe I'll be nice and give him a second chance, because why not? I mean, I kind of don't want to, but I guess, well, let's be a little forgiving. And I guess that was another mistake. Not a blunder, but it was definitely a mistake. Shit, this nigga decided, oh, well, I'm gonna crash out on you for absolutely no reason. He decided to call me a weirdo and fake as hell because I didn't talk to him enough in school. I'm like really confused because this nigga was always with his friends, and I'm not a very social person. In fact, I'm pretty much a fucking introvert. I don't talk to people like that. So I'll just mind my own business, and I don't really like to bother people when they're hanging out with their friends, especially if like I only know one person within that friend group. I normally don't do that. And I was new to the school too, so I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not really like that. And I talk to you all the time over text, or even when I do get the chance to speak to you at school because you're by yourself, which I always will talk to you. So what even am I doing wrong? And I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna be like that, you just get the fuck off my cellular device, nigga. Lock in, tighten the fuck up, bro. Get out. So I blocked him, and I guess he didn't like that very much. This nigga decided, you know what, man,
I'm like, you really gonna do all that? Like, after all that, it was crazy. After all that,
you know, he decided to send his friends. It was like 2 people, I think, like 2 of his friends or whatever. He sent them my Instagram. They added my Instagram, or at least they sent me a follow request, and they tried to get me to unblock him, which I didn't do because I don't really want to do all that. I'm like, I have no reason to. You don't need to do all this shit, but whatever. And I guess he didn't like that very much either, so he decided to pull up to my house with his cousin, which was a girl, but still pulled up with my cousin, tried to press me into unblocking him, which, I mean, shit, I'm not gonna say I didn't. I did. I unblocked him, but then I blocked the nigga literally the next day because he decided to piss me the fuck off that same day, so I was like, yeah, never mind. At least he didn't really bother me for about 2 months. This was around October that I guess this all happened, but then I stopped talking to him for about 2 months. He just never bothered me again until around like December, like really close to Christmas break. He decided to just randomly send me a follow request again. I didn't even like bother to look at it for like 2-3 days. I just left it there. But then I eventually was like, you know what, let me see what this bum ass nigga wants. And Jesus Christ, bro, this dumbass decided to send me a whole ass paragraph and shit. And I mean, I already kind of forgot about his existence because I mean, I already was in another relationship. I forgot about this nigga because it was a 1.5 week long fucking talking stage. So I'm like, why would I care? All that. I already moved on, and Jesus fucking Christ, this nigga sent me a whole ass paragraph about how he hates me and how he wishes I was dead, like all this crazy shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Now personally, I mean, I wasn't even in a really good mental state even then at the time, and I still am not really, but that low-key just pissed me off. I'm like, why are you doing all this, bro? Now, I mean, I was still nice enough to try to talk to him, whatever, try to like get him to just not crash the fuck out again. But he came to my apartment building, and we were in the lobby talking or whatever, but finally I thought maybe, you know, this fuck nigga was gonna leave me the fuck alone and stop this bullshit. Yeah, I was wrong as shit. He still didn't want to leave me alone. He started doing the most petty shit whenever he saw me in school, like after spring break. He literally, every time I passed this nigga in the hallway, he would just bump into me on purpose, like the most like goofy little shove. He would actually shove me, like literally one time he tried to shove me down the fucking staircase. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you even doing that? But whatever, yeah. I mean, honestly, I was just trying to not to care too much, because I was like, what's the point? Like, I already kind of forgot about you. I'm already doing my own things. And it was like February, so I was like, dude, you kind of have no point to even be doing this anymore. Like, we stopped talking like quite a few months ago now. I think you're kind of just you're just dragging this shit. You're dragging it through the fucking mud, but it was whatever. But shit, I was wrong. This nigga was not even close to being done, because literally not that long after, this guy decided, you know, shit, I guess since he's not giving me attention, I'm going to follow this nigga home. Yeah, he did. He really followed me home. He followed me to my apartment building. I was walking home from school one day, and I was at a crosswalk, and I had to look both ways. I was looking both ways and shit, and then I noticed this nigga behind me on the side standing there. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't stare at him. I just noticed. I was like, oh shit, that's him, isn't it? I looked. I was like, yep, it's him. I kept walking. I was like, I'm gonna hope he's just going this way for just a little bit, because I take a certain way to go to school, or go to and from school. And usually there's not many other people, so I'm like, okay, well, whatever, I guess. But he followed me all the way home, all the way to my apartment building. And then he, for some reason, decided to get mad when I stared at him for slightly too long, because I turned around to open the door to get into the building, and he was still standing there. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? But I guess he just thankfully decided not to actually follow me all the way to my house. He just was like, you know, he just left. And I was like, good, because that was weird as hell. You went another way. And I was like, good. It still low-key scared the shit out of me, because I'm like, why are you doing that? That's kind of weird. At least I thought maybe he was done, but no, I was wrong, because around spring break, around April, like mid-April, I was chilling at the park. I was playing basketball with my friends. You know, we playing a pickup game, minding my own business and shit. It was a fast break. I was just standing there minding my own business, and I noticed that this nigga was here. Literally, he came up to me, and I don't know, I guess this nigga thought he was Deku or some shit, and he decided to just do the most retarded, spastic shit that a nigga could do. He really tried to hit me with a sorry ass one-liner saying, "You thought I forgot?" And I'm talking, this nigga charged that punch like he was Popeye or some shit, winded that shit back, and hit me with the most goofy looking right hook I've ever seen in my life. Now, since it was so sight readable, I managed to pretty much weave most of it, but it still did hit like a very small portion of my forehead. So like this nigga literally just assaulted me because, I don't know, he just wanted to, but it didn't hurt. So I was like, okay, well, I don't really care, so I'm not gonna hit you back. I mean, if it hurt, oh yeah, I would have probably knocked the fuck out the sorry ass nigga, but it didn't really hurt, so I didn't care. He tried to hit me 2 more times, but I mean, I didn't hit him back, because I was just like, you know, I'm Leon Kennedy now. We're playing Resident Evil 4. I'm gonna parry your shit, and you know, you're gonna go the fuck home. After that, he actually kind of did leave me alone, other than occasionally like bumping me on purpose in the hallways, but it was like way less frequent than what he was doing. until like around like 2 weeks ago. He started doing it again more frequently, and this time he would like deliberately take the route that I took to go to my classes, so he could be like, so he could always shove me like every period he saw me, and it was so fucking annoying, but whatever. And then this nigga decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to your lunch period and talk to you. Now at first I was like, I'm not trusting this, because he like literally, I don't know, I was just sitting there at the lunch. We don't have the same lunch period at all. I was sitting there, I was on my phone minding my own business. I was just sitting there scrolling through fucking Instagram and shit, and then this nigga had the audacity to tap me and talk about, oh, you want to be cool again? I was like, oh, he actually might be serious. Oh shit, okay, like cool, why not? And yeah, that was a fucking lie. This nigga decided, you know what, nah, I'm gonna pump fake your ass. He started trying to hit on me again, and that's all. I just told him off. I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested. Sorry, I'm not interested at all. And I guess, well, he didn't like that, so he decided to tell me off and shit, and he didn't want to be cool anymore, none of that. And I was like, okay, cool. But literally the weekend after that, he decided to come up to me again and say, oh, he unblocked me, and then had the audacity to fucking tell me about something. Well, oh, you know, you're a really good person to talk to, and I forgive you, and I don't know, I don't want to talk to you again, like, you know, you're cool. I'm like, no. I just had to shut this nigga down again. And I was like, you know what, I'm tired of you trying to hit me up because you're bored or whatever, all that stupid shit. So I'm gonna just rage bait you instead. I'm going to make sure you are fed up with talking to me. I'm gonna make sure you never want to speak to me again. And that's what I did. Even though this nigga literally tried to love bomb me, he literally was talking about how he needed me, that he couldn't live without me. It was like actual love bombing. I was like, yo, what the fuck? What kind of basic level 1 love bombing is this, nigga? But yeah, it didn't work, and I just literally rage baited this nigga. I started sending this nigga sorry ass like meme, like reaction shit, and like the most stupid things you could send to somebody just to piss him off so he'd leave me alone. And it actually kind of worked. He actually got mad enough to tell me, you know, get off his phone and blah blah blah. He's like, no, I don't want you, blah blah blah, saying shit like, oh, you fumbled me or whatever. But I was like, yeah, okay, I don't really give a shit. But yeah, anyway, so at the time I'm recording this now, which is, it's about to be the weekend anyways, he has yet to bother me. I'm pretty sure that now he's actually going to leave me alone, because he hasn't bothered to fucking follow me or randomly bump into me like his little SDS would probably want to do. But yeah, I think he's actually gonna leave me alone now. So yeah, it's great to hear type shit. Anyways though, if you did make it this far, thank you for watching this video, and I really do appreciate the fact you decided to sit through this sorry ass, I guess I don't really say vent video, but I guess it kind of is a vent video, but you know, whatever, I guess. But please like and subscribe, and we're literally 10 subscribers away from 300, so you know, why not do it? And my goal for the year is to try to hit 1K before 2026, so you know, let's get to it, you know what I'm saying? And also, I guess while you're here, you know, go check out my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord server. They're all down below, and they'll be linked in the description of this video. So you know, until next time, fuck off.
I'm a diddy blood. To main goes and troll. Oh, how's us? You can have me with jelly bean, you can have me with lunch, you can have me with your daddy, you can have me with your brunch. I'm a diddy blood. To main goes and troll. Oh, how's us?